The king lay in his chamber, his skin pale, his breath a soft rattle in the silence. The royal healers worked tirelessly, but the venom that pulsed through his veins was no ordinary poison. It was the slow curse of the Oduifa, the forbidden blend used only by ancient cults whose rituals summoned spirits from the blood of kings. Outside the palace, the villagers lit torches and wept. Inside, betrayal had wrapped its claws around the royal family like a python choking its prey. Arinola stood by her father's bedside, fists clenched, eyes red from sleepless nights. Her mind was torn. Part of her ached for the warmth of arms, the other feared the cold blade of fate. Malik had been imprisoned in the underground dungeons, chained like a beast, blood dripping from wounds given by the very warriors who once respected him. But not once did he scream, not once did he ask for mercy, because he knew pain, because pain was the only thing that had never lied to him. Prince Ao now walked the palace with the swagger of a vulture who believed the lion dead, dressed in black silk, a smile to calm for the chaos around him. He played the role of protector, but at night, he whispered into the ears of elders, promised them gold, land, and women. He spoke of Arinola as if she were his prize to claim. Once the old lion finally stopped breathing, Arinola played the role of dutiful daughter, but every step she took, every glance she threw, was a strategy. She knew Malik's warning was real. She remembered the way his lips trembled when he spoke of the cult. She remembered the trembling in her body when he entered her soul, not just her body. She knew no man makes a woman scream like that unless something eternal has shifted. So, she began digging for truth. In the palace library, guarded by spirits and silence, she found the forbidden scrolls, the ones written in blood. She learned the signs of the Ikanagbara cult, the black lion tattoo, the hidden chant under the full moon, the shadow walk. She realized her father's drink had been prepared by Ao's men. She realized Ao was not planning to rule beside her. He planned to sacrifice her under the blood moon, offering her womb to the demon spirit who would make him invincible. And she realized one thing more terrifying than death. She loved Malik. She visited him in the dungeon. The guards were asleep, drugged by the special herbs she slipped into their night meals. She lit the lantern and descended, barefoot, her heart pounding like the talking drums in a war cry. He was chained, shirtless, bruised, but when he looked at her, she saw no pain, only fire. "You came back," he said, voice like gravel. She dropped the keys beside him and kissed his bloodied mouth. "I came for vengeance," she whispered. "But I need your strength again, your truth, your manhood, your fire." He gripped her waist even as the chains rattled. And there, in the sacred silence of the dungeon, they made love like soldiers about to die, hungry, violent, full of mourning and magic. His hands mapped her like she was the last land he would ever conquer. Her body trembled against his, and her moans echoed down the stone halls like cries of resurrection. But even in ecstasy, her plan never left her mind. They escaped through the underground tunnels once used by slaves. By dawn, they had disappeared into the jungle, where ancient warriors once trained in shadows. Malik knew where to go. There was a hidden brotherhood, his old brothers who had rejected the cult. They were scarred men, broken and rebuilt. They welcomed him with silent nods, and when Arinola stepped into their firelight, their eyes widened. "She is the one," their elder whispered, "the princess with the storm inside." In 3 nights, Arinola learned what it meant to be more than royalty. She trained in silence, learned to use poison, to stab not just the body, but the soul. Malik taught her how to breathe through pain, how to take a man's life without taking her own. And all the while, when they were alone, they made love like the world was ending, sweat and moans mixing with prayers and tears. Every time he touched her, she felt herself transform. She was no longer the untouched princess. She was the storm. But the storm was being watched. Ao had not been fooled by her games. He had sent spies. And now, with the blood moon rising, he prepared the ritual altar in the hidden cave beneath the palace where Arinola's sacrifice would open the gate for the demon king of the Ikanagbar. He wore the lion mask. He painted his body in ash and goat blood. He smiled because he believed he had already won. But storms do not warn before they strike. The night of the blood moon arrived. The king had slipped into a coma. The elders were drugged with wine and opium. The people waited for news of a new ruler. And deep beneath the palace, Malik and Arinola returned not as fugitives, but as the blade of justice. They entered the cave of blood, wearing the skin of shadows, faces marked in warrior paint. Ao stood at the altar, his hand raised, the demon mask upon his face. The cult members chanted, but their words were cut short by Malik's blade. Arinola moved like lightning, her knife slicing through throats and lies. Blood danced on the walls, screams filled the hollow chamber. And then, it was just Ao. He removed his mask and laughed. You think you've stopped destiny? Malik stepped forward, eyes burning. No, I came to end yours. They fought, blade against blade, fist against rage, blood against blood. Ao was strong strength fed by evil. But Malik fought with something deeper. He fought for the scream of a woman who had finally found truth in a world of lies. When Malik's blade pierced Ao's chest, the cult altar shattered, the demon's gate cracked, but Arinola stepped forward, whispering the words she had learned from the sacred scrolls. She gave the final chant, and with it, the portal closed. Forever. In the silence that followed, Malik fell to his knees, blood soaking his chest. Arinola caught him. Don't you die on me now, she whispered, tears falling. I told you, he said weakly. I wasn't meant to love, but you did, she whispered. And that broke every curse. His eyes fluttered, and she kissed him. Deep, desperate, the kind of kiss that binds a soul.